Hey guys, it's me Chan Dragon, and today I want to make a video about character building and actually more into resource management, into like how you to not waste your resource, so you will have enough resource to put in the right investment to your character, and then you can clear most of the mode at least at the minimum if you want to not aim for competitive. But even if you want to aim even competitive, this is also work, like let's say kind of meta into leader or something like that, just because I find like resource management in this game is very important. Even me as a day one player, it's not easy to upgrade everything, it's still very hard, and I'm quite believe even you are well or spender, it still have hard time to get some of the material. I would to say the Hypertune one, you cannot even buy. Even you have like 1 million money, you cannot buy in here. You can only get from guild, let's say, or you can get for Norman or whatever it is that lock behind like weekly, or like some of the permanent content you can only get like some of them like per couple weeks or weeks though. So because of that, resource management in this game is very important. So basically I don't know where is the best starting point, but I would just start very naturally without script, and I think the very fundamental, very based, where you should know what should you go to spend a lot your investment, or where you should spend a lot of your resource, is going with the character that dealing the most DPS for you, so the DPS character that dealing the most damage. And if I can suggest that it's better to be the S rank character, let's say like Vera or maybe Liv, something that S rank at the starting point though. And will be better also if they are recent character, not old, let's say kinda alpha. Yeah, she okay if you want to prioritize, but if you kinda aiming for a little bit competitive stuff, then Bianca will replace her, so it's kinda like waste if you kinda become meta. It doesn't make that she will completely useless, but you will feel like it might be not that efficient though. So the three main key points is that prioritize the one that main DPS or dealing the most DPS, can be any role, so don't have to be always attacker. Like they say in Lightning team right now in global, the one that dealing most DPS is Vera as a tank, so the most DPS. And S rank character like S base, when you pull you get the S base like kind of Vera, Liv. And the third one is the one that recent character if you can. So after you know like what you will build is main DPS first, then what you should do after that, what is the bare very minimum build for your main DPS. So for me, my version is that level for sure max, promote max, evolve we will talk later, and skill everything in here max though. And then if you can, at least 5-star, don't use 4-star, so at least 5-star. Of course 6-star will be better. Resonance, it's okay, you don't really have to in here because it will be gacha money and stuff like that. And for the memory, of course all 6-star if you can. At the very base is all the max level, but if you can make it all the resonance, it doesn't matter to have like the best resonance or whatever, just any random resonance at first, just because like this ultimate or this ultima get like 3 single orbs at the start of the battle, and this is very good in terms of quality of life. That's why I really recommend. So after the, how about your sub DPS and your healer or support, then yeah, you can a little bit chill for that though. So let's say in my Liv is support, I don't really make it like very full level, just kinda lower down the investment though. But of course you want to aim like kinda leaderboard, of course you have to build everything, no exception though. So yeah, you can make a little bit like this, or maybe kinda like my one she, you see, yeah, max level, not really very full resonance, just like this, very kinda just minimum. Or like the skill point, if you don't want to upgrade everything, also kind of fine, but I just did because I have its source. So usually you just prioritize the one that healing or QT. Other than that, you can just like probably just kind of lowering down if you still have the limited. So yeah, you can just a little bit chill if it come to your support, something like that. Now we move into more into medium to end game stuff, which is Hypertune. Hypertune is one of the stuff that you have to be very careful with your resource management, because I will tell before, even you well, you cannot get this currency. You can only get from normal guild and stuff that you can only do by yourself, that you have to grind. So it's very limited, you have to be very careful though. So which one you should prioritize to Hypertune, which is your main damage dealer or your main DPS, the one that gives you a lot of damage though. And then which part that you should prioritize, which is the bottom row, always bottom row, just because it's very important to increase your damage, because PGR PGR is mostly about damage though. Why the bottom row is so important is attack, actually, not the defense, but attack. So most of the cases bottom row gives you attack, so your character becomes stronger. And why the upper row is not so important? It's only increase your HP and crit. Crit in here is crit rate, so that's why it's not so important. It's only very matter if you're physical, because crit doesn't affect your element though. So yeah, for the elemental damage like dark, like yeah, they still get a little bit physical damage right from their basic attack, something like that, but it's only very minor that you can completely ignore. And for the one that should least prioritize is your support stuff though, like this. Don't Hypertune please. It's once you use, oh my god, I cannot imagine. That's pain without S for me. But yeah, if you really like that character, then probably you can go become a Gigajet, but for me I don't really want to do that. And now we talk about the 6-star weapon resonance. I didn't talk about the 5-star just because the 5-star Indian, if you keep doing co-op, you will have a lot of 5-star weapons. So Indian you will have even very easy to fully resonance, and you will have still a lot of 5-star weapon. So yeah, it doesn't really matter. But for the 6-star you have to be careful, just because it involves PC and even real money, so it can be expensive and you have to be very good in your resource management though. So you should prioritize the one that gives you weapon resonance, again your main DPS, and the one you should focus usually is the one that gives you kinda resistance reduction, like lightning resistance, dark resistance, something like this, or something that gives you orb more, something like that. Improve your kind of quality of life though. And how much it usually need is that 1 or 2 resonance usually already good, 3 if you really well, of course. And yeah, arguably you can give you to your kind of, let's say your tank, let's say Nanami also can if you want, or kind of let's say Karina, if you use your Karina as a tank, arguably still can. But usually the least priority again is your support though, or the one that heal, something like this, give the least in terms of your weapon resonance. So that's pretty much it though for the very basic fundamental to build your character basically. So how about like the A rank? Let's say your Lee like this, or your Bianca, something like this. Yeah, I would say although you even make SSS plus, most of the case they cannot really compete with the S rank though. So if you really fully invest, it might be so efficient. So I would say just build the one that you feel necessary. Let's say at current, let's say Reflux, I would say necessary. One Shi also still probably cool. And some of them, if you want to build, let's say kinda you want I build also kind of Watanabe, you can, but don't build everything. Just become very selective, become very careful, because if not you will struggle though. You will need a lot of serum, so only become very selective for a couple of the A rank that you feel you will really need. So because of that, I really suggest for you to check my team plan, so you kind of know like what you should prioritize also or not to become as a team, so you have more idea. And also if you want to know like more specific, like what you should build for this each character, what team, what they are good, what they are bad, you can just join Discord official server from Punishing Grey Raven Global, and there they will have spreadsheet in there. They literally will explain why they good, why they bad, what you should prioritize, what the build of each one, even the weapon ration, which one priority, which one, just join them. That will help you though. And now we move to our main topic, which is about the resource management. Why I would say this game is very grindy, and actually you have to be very careful. Now we talk about serum topic though, or the one that involving serum though. So basically the one that involving serum is increasing your level, promote, skill, and your memories. Everything is involved serum though. Cup I will not talk because that maybe another stuff that I will talk, but we will just talk about the character first. That usually involves serum, and the best way for you to spend basically on event stuff like this, let's say for the new fight right now, is this one. They always have this kind of stuff every single event, and try to spend always in here, just because they will give you currency in here that you can trade later in here to get, like, depends, you want memories, you want like the weapon, the material for overclocking, even for pets, even for the cogs, for the money, skill point. So that's very important. I suggest to just ban everything in here, because this is the most most easiest and the most efficient also for me until right now, I feel. Because yeah, you can still do this from this resource, but I feel it's not as flexible as those event, and I will even give you better deal though. So that's the thing you should always remind. And now we will talk about the resource, how much you need to kind of spend in order to build the character. We'll talk first from the level. From the level you need around like how many? 166, right? So if let's say we want to get from the shop itself, it's basically you need this one, right, which is 120, and you get 6, right? I just make in very simple. When you did in here, you get 80 of this, so that means you need to do around 42 times, and that around 1260 serum though. So if that's the case, if per day we get like 340, you can max level your character around 4 days. So for the full level, you can max around 4 days. And now we talk about the promote. In promote, basically you need around 500,000 of cogs, which is, if you want to do from the event, you need to do around 5 times, like 5.5. I just make it. And then if you want to do that, like that means like times 30 serum, which is you need around 160 serum, which is very mild. It's only you only need to do around half day of your serum only consume, which is that's also pretty easy to do though. And now we talk about the skill point. Skill point basically, if you want to max everything, you need around 8 plus the leader, and each one of them you need around 44 skill point. If you want to accumulate everything in here, basically you need around more than 170 something cogs with 355 skill point though, and it costs you around total 1272 serum, which it took you around 3 to 4 days if we assume you have like 340 serum in a day though, so you can get that around 3 to 4 days. So for the weapon, I will talk just about the 6-star. The 5-star is kind of a little bit lower, so it's a little bit a good thing, I think. So yeah, basically in weapon you need, in order for you to like increase to max level, you need this material, you need cogs, and you also need the material from here, right, this one. So basically in there, in total you need around 1421 serum, which is for the 6-star weapon you need around 4 days though in order to max level it. I think for the 5-star it can be 3 days only. And I want to talk the one that very long to finish, which I hate the most, which is the memories. Basically memories is very time consuming. If you just want to max like one kind of level of this, I believe you need around this much, and the cogs around this much, and also you need this part also, which will take you around 629 serum, which is around 2 days if you assume you will always get the maximum 340 serum per day. You can maximize it, and then you have to do 6 of this, and this will be takes you around 3,774 serum. If you use like as a free-to-play player around 304 serum a day, you need around 11 to 12 days to full this level of this your memories. And that's not only that, that's I only calculate how many to level up, but this one basically, in order for you to get like 6, and if you want to fully resonance, basically you need 18 of memories, 6 for you to put in here, and another 12 for you to put the full resonance like this though. So if you want to kind of calculate it, and if you buy from the event shop, took you around 3,800 something serum, and kind of assuming you can get around 340 serum again, then it will finish around 11-12 days. That's why in memory part it's very time consuming. So yeah, if we calculate everything from level up, just like until you get the ultimate, which mean like until fully resonance all your memories, I mean you need around 11,699 serum, something like that. And if you counting, like if you use like around 340 serum per day, that means it took around 30 to 30 days. And if you want to become generous, just let's say around 1 month, we can build one character until fully resonance. And yeah, it's pretty long, right? One character's around like 1 month, so one character per month. And yeah, maybe we can make a little more generous also. Maybe we can get like a lot of reward from weekly event, and some there, some here. Maybe it can be around 20 days per character. That means around 3 weeks. Yeah, you can expect that's the most generous, I think. Now we done about the serum section. Now we talk about the Hypertune one. The Hypertune one is cannot be obtained by serum. It can only obtained by different stuff. And this one that we need, you can also get this one, but majority this one, just the most convenient one. And this one you can only obtain from 3 ways: guild, Norman, and Operation Guardian though. So these 3. And yeah, if I can assume you do this like regularly, you get all the full reward from the Hypertune item, and you do consistently, in a month you can get around 4 to 6 Hypertune, and you need around 12 though. So we just assume, let's say you didn't get full reward, you only get like 5 maybe average in a month. Then if you want to fully Hypertune, you took around 2.5 months or even 3 months though, if you get even lesser than 5 in a month though. So yeah, that's pretty long, and there's no other way that you can do to make it faster. Even you cannot even like pay. Maybe if Kuro is generous, maybe they will do event that will help you though. But other than that, if you don't do any event, yeah, around 2.5 months you will get like full Hypertune, and you have to do consistently. You cannot like skipping or something like that. So yeah, it's pretty kinda tough. And now we move to the next currency, which is the Phantom Cage currency. In here you can use this skill to trade with any S rank or A rank Omni Frame shard, and take not never spend on here, just because you can get that from the daily shop. Sometimes you can spend serum and get 2 daily, and that's why I only spend on S rank, that you can use until SS majority of the people though. But if you will, of course you can just skip this. This is only for free to play or small spender that need this. So in order for you to get until up to 30, you need for 500 of this skill, and I cannot even buy everything. So take notes, you have to be very careful with the spending here. You cannot buy everything, so don't be too over proud with whatever you get. And in order for you to get like 500, it's quite long, because assuming you are not doing from this top 5%, you find it's hard. Let's say you can only go up till this, so we take this as average 38 right per week. Then that means in order for you to get 500, you need around 13 weeks, which is around 3 months, over a little bit 3 months. So you just make it around 3 months then. And that's very long. And that's not for the PGR, the update is every 2 months is S rank, right? So that means you cannot get everything for sure, but like in reality, if you are free to play though. So so that's why you have to be very selective which one you want to spend for your PPC in here. So take notes in that though. So that's why I already say that your main always the one you fully go all out, which is your main DPS. Let's say in here your blue, maybe your Fira or something like that though. And yeah, this is the continuation. I say the airing that you can obtain for free in here, right? You can do daily in here if you're aiming to get like SSS plus for your airing character, and can consume up to 60. So yeah, if you want to do A, do in here instead. Don't do the PPC one. And the next currency that's important for me, which is the Warzone currency. Basically, Warzone currency is related with any memories and also leap if you kinda need it. But the very main core is the one that's very important, which is the 6-star memory resonant material pick, because this is improve your quality of life. You don't really need to deal with your RNG anymore. Basically in here, you can just choose whatever that you want, so you can minimize your RNG. So basically, of course, if you want to ask what is the best efficient way to spend this currency, of course just buying this one, the 6 memory resonant material pick, and buy up to 2 times per month, because this is reset per month. So don't forget to spend 2 times per month though. And then I would say you can sometimes spend until 3 times like this. If you have spare like me, then yeah, sure, if you feel you need, or maybe if you feel very urgent you need, you can use this leaf wafer or this memory. But most of the case, if you want to become very efficient, you only buy this one up to 2 times per month. Okay, the last thing, this is I will talk about the feature that I would say again. PGR never stop making any upgrade though, so the ceiling getting higher and higher. So if you still ask, is there any advantage for you to go full Hypertune for the non-elemental character? Because I say you just focus on bottom row like this. Yes, there's an advantage though. So the advantage is later when Ayla Kaleido patch, where probably around January, you'll get another super awakening here. You can get like 3 signal color that you can choose for the entry meta, so it's more flexible. And the most importantly in here, the border pack though. So if you remember the border pack, the one that we have, you can put the character there, and then it will give buff permanently. Right, this one the same, but this one only for fully hypertune character though. So in here later, if you put your fully hypertune character in border pack, you will get buff, which is you will get the receive 2% damage boost for your memory resonance, so it will make your whole character become stronger that have the hypertune though. So because of that, it's actually important though if you kinda aiming for meta or endgame very stuff, very competitive. And yeah, this fully hypertune still have importance for you. And later when Arisa patch around June, if you have 6-star weapon, we will have another upgrade for your weapon though, which is it called weapon harmonization. This is makes even the gap from 6-star to 5-star weapon is even higher though. Just because this weapon harmonization allow you to equip another 2 memory slots, that means you can get one more effect from your memory, which makes even stronger of your character though. So not only your character can equip memories right now, your weapon can equip memories right now though. And then in here you need special item in order to get the weapon harmonization. And where you can get this item, you can get from the new permanent mode that you can don't forget to grind again, then you will have another permanent mode. And you can also get from the PPC or Phantom Pain Cage that actually have a little bit good news. We will get increase of reward, which is kind of good, but still not that much, and it requires you a lot though basically. And lastly, you can get also this weapon harmonization material from the voucher one, the one you get from battle pass. Yeah, you can get that, but it require you a lot though. So yeah, another grind though. So that's why I say in the end, don't feel too very kinda. So yeah, that's why I say manage your currency very well, just because even though you will or whatever, you cannot buy everything you realize in PGR. PGR is one of the kind that if you knew well, you have limitation even though in order to make your character getting stronger though. So yeah, it's worked for all the free to play and well, manage well your currency. Just because if you want to reach on top, it require you a lot of resource management and very strict efficient resource management though. But in the end, don't make it you kind of lose motivation or kind of down, because the most important from this game is enjoying and have fun. So yeah, pretty much that's it for my resource management stuff. I don't know if this is important or not. This is only give you cautious about saving your resource. So I hope you have a best of luck in your PGR. Have a nice time in PGR. So if you like this kind of video, feel free to hit subscribe button and like, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.